Hello. In this current day and age, attending cross-cultural business meetings are becoming a growing necessity for all businesses as they expand. However, there are a number of barriers that managers face when attending these business meetings. As cultural variations, in particular with business etiquette, there is an incredible amount of attention and sensitivity needed to ensure that the opposite culture is not offended. Today we will concentrate on the occurrences of sexual harassment cases arising from cultural misunderstandings. We will be going through a variety of different cases to better understand why these sexual harassment cases may arise and how managers all over the business world can prevent these incidences from occurring again. Shalom, good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Ms.
Mr. Elijah. Wait, what are you doing?
Here we have a case when an Israeli man and a Korean woman meet for the first time in a business setting. In Israel, the common business greeting etiquette conducted is for the man to offer a handshake followed by a kiss on both sides of the cheek. However, despite this being the common greeting etiquette in Israel, this is completely unheard of in any Korean business setting. Due to this very reason, Mrs. Kim had completely misunderstood the situation and filed a sexual harassment case on Mr. Elezra. Korean culture is always known to be mainly patriarchic. Though this has somewhat changed and developed over time, public display of affection, even amongst couples, is an extremely rare event to occur. Thus, for this incident to occur between two people who have just met for the first time could explain the complaint filed by Mrs. Kim.
Sexual harassment is not necessarily physical, but can be purely verbal, like making sexual comments about a person's body or telling sexual jokes and stories. Cultural difference is one of the factors causing verbal sexual harassment. Different cultures have different sense of humor and varying tolerance of sexual comments, resulting in varying perception of verbal sexual harassment. Now, let's take a look at the following case.
Hey, Dixon!
Hey! Dixon and Ted are the two new graduate trainees of a multinational company. Dixon is a local Chinese, while Ted is a Chinese American. Today is their first day at work.
Hey man, have you checked out your employee ID yet?
Oh, my employee ID? Yes. It uses the first 3 letters of my last name combined with the first 4 letters of my first name. So you can see it here as P-O-O-D-I-C-K.
Exactly, man. Don't you get it? It's Pudic. You know, you have poo and you have dick. Come on, you got a dick with poo on it, man. That's hilarious.
Come on, I think it's just a coincidence and it's not funny at all. Please do not make fun of it, okay?
Oh, come on. Have some humor, man. You know what? That's what I'm going to call you from now on, Pudic. And I'm going to tell everyone else to call you that. Alright, Pudic?
No, you should not do that. If you make it, I will make a sexual harassment complaint to your manager. I'm serious.
What? You're such a nerd, man.
The case has demonstrated a typical verbal sexual harassment in the workplace. While Ted perceived it as a hilarious joke, Dixon considers it as unwelcome behavior. Cultural difference has played a key role in this case. Ted has American culture, which is generally more open to off-color humors. They like to build more informal social relationships. On the other hand, Dixon is a Chinese who values informal relationships. They are very concerned about maintaining their base, especially in the workplace. So that's why Dixon feels that being sexually harassed and not being respected when Ted made fun of him.
Hello, Catherine Jones speaking.
Hi, Catherine. This is Lin.
Oh, hi, Dr. Lin.
I would like to invite you to our New Year's party to be held at my house at this Saturday evening.
Oh, this Saturday? I'm afraid I can't make it because I have promised my friend to go to her birthday party.
You know, this is the end of our school year. It would be nice if you can join the other undergraduates for the gathering.
Oh, but I have already promised my friend, so I really can't go.
It's a pity.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but...
Okay, never mind. Enjoy your party then.
Okay, thanks.
That's okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hello, Catherine Jones speaking.
Hi, Catherine. This is...
Oh, hi, Dr. Lin.
About the party at my place this Saturday evening. It's alright that if you just come and stay for a short while. Can you
I'm
make
really
it?
sorry, but I really can't come on that day.
Really? It would be great if you could.
I'm sorry.
Okay, never mind. See you, bye bye.
Bye. Next day, Catherine filed a complaint with the dean, accusing Dr. Lin that he had sexually harassed her through the repeated phone calls. While Catherine interpreted the calls as sexual harassment, Lin claimed that he just wanted to show his sincerity and warmth and had no other intention. Singapore has a high context culture which tends to stress the use of implicit and internalized messages, while Australia has a low context culture which tends to emphasize the use of explicit messages. Given one same sentence, people from high context culture would interpret it through observing and analyzing the context, tone, body language, and other implicit nonverbal details. However, people from a low context culture would interpret it right off the linguistic forms of the used message. This explains how the miscommunication happened. Catherine, who is from a low context culture, interpreted the telephone calls in a late night as an intrusion to her personal space. On the other hand, Lin, who is from a high context culture, saw his own behavior as some friendly and sincere gesture. This difference in interpretation arises from different ways how people from different cultures decode and interpret messages.
Sexual harassment is non-tolerable under any circumstances. However, we should also understand that some forms of harassment are not intended, which may be due to cultural difference, to miscommunication, or people just not aware of it. It can be a serious problem, especially in those multinational companies which employ highly diversified people. Here are some suggestions for employers. First of all, prepare a sexual harassment policy handbook for employees in the company. Besides of stressing on the company's no-tolerance approach towards sexual harassment, the handbook should also serve as a guideline for people to understand the difference in the perception of the sexual perception from different backgrounds. The guideline should be specified enough to make sure that employees understand what appropriate behavior can be done when working with their colleagues. For example, the guideline should mention the difference of Western women and Asian women in their acceptable physical distance. If a guideline is not enough, the company should also provide some sexual harassment training. The training may compose of reading materials, watching a video clip, or some group discussion. These are some kind of methods to enhance employees' awareness of the issue. Last but not least, the company should conduct annual review with the employee to proactively uncover hidden sexual harassment cases before problems really comes up. For example, the opinions may be collected by doing some survey or meetings with supervisors and employees. It gives a chance for the victims to express their feelings and help the company to improve. It can also create a friendly atmosphere for working, which is benefit to the company in long run. I hope you can get some insight from our short presentation. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.